Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lindsay and today we are talking about some of the most beautiful perfumes for women for first dates. So I have started dating again. I'm really enjoying myself, and one of my favorite things to do on a first date or dates in general is picking my perfume. So I wanted to share some of my favorite first date fragrances with you guys, and I would love to know your favorites down below. I don't have many perfumes in this video that are really hot, heavy, sexy fragrances, but if you guys want me to do a date night version, I could totally make that happen. The first fragrance I have is Dior J'adore de Oud, and this is a beautiful white floral fragrance. A lot of times heavy white floral scents can give me a headache, or I can just find them super mature, but I find that this is a more modern take. It's very sheer, very light and airy, super delicate, and one of those floral fragrances that's just gonna make you smell so put together, very kempt. So maybe if you're taking a walk with your date and you're holding hands, they will get those really beautiful fresh whiffs, and you're just gonna give a really nice first impression. I love this one. I think it's beautiful, definitely perfect for any occasion. You can dress it up to smell more elegant, or you can dress it down to be more casual, but either way you're gonna smell really beautiful. The notes are really lovely. There's jasmine, sambac, green notes, magnolia, honeysuckle, neroli, and rose. I do get the green freshness as well, and I think the honeysuckle does add in a good bit of sweetness to make this feel a bit more modern. Really enjoy this white floral fragrance. Then we have Jo Malone London Sakura Cherry Blossom Cologne, and this one for sure also has a clean girl aesthetic, but it's just done in a way that is more pink and feminine in my opinion. So in the opening you're gonna get this really beautiful effervescent bubbly brightness to me coming from the bergamot, and there's also some orange. Very happy, very fresh, very uplifting, and then you quickly get those pink florals. There's cherry blossom in here, there's rose, and you're also getting a mimosa, which is one of my favorite yellow florals, with some musk and some wood at the base. To me, this one doesn't last the longest on my skin, but on clothing, this one lasts such a long time. I'm happy with it. I feel very confident whenever I wear this. And again, I feel like those pink florals are really stunning in the scent, and they go gorgeously with the citrus and the musk. Next, we have Amber Vanilla from the Seven Virtues, and this is a gorgeous, musky, ISO Super, Your Skin But Better vanilla fragrance. It starts out and you get some of that pink pepper spice, but not too much. There is a freshness to it, which I was not expecting, because initially when I saw the launch, I bought it without even looking at the notes, but it does have a fresh, floral, feminine feel to it initially. I get hints of the pink pepper, but not to the level of what you get in Glossier You, but you get a similar scent profile. So I like that this one is not as strong with that note. And then the more that this does dry down, it gets a little bit warmer, which I really like, because you get more of this comforting, feminine, musky vanilla scent, which meshes so beautifully with my body chemistry. I really enjoy the way that this one dries down. You do get subtle hints of sweetness, but again, it's way more musky and much more sheer than I was expecting, but I am not mad at that. This is another one. It's gonna fit anything you could possibly do. I think this one would be perfect for a movie date actually, because you would be in each other's scent bubbles, and this is more of a intimate leaning fragrance. The top note is pink pepper, mid notes are carnation and lily of the valley, and base notes are ISO Super, ambroxan, vanilla, and musk. And like I always say, I really love that duality of those feminine fresh florals with that beautiful warm base. It's really stunning for me. And if you like Glossier You but you want something that's maybe sweeter, less spicy, this one I think is great. And Parfums de Marly Meliora is one of my favorite scents in my entire collection. I love how sparkly and uplifting it starts out. There's this really beautiful, inviting juicy, fruity opening that is just so delicious to me. And it does have that green undertone to it. You have the red berries with the black currant and the cassis, but I feel like because this one isn't super woody, a lot of green fragrances have those woody, earthy notes, and you don't get much of that in here. So I feel like it's very crowd pleasing, super likable, perfect for a first date. I'd imagine myself wearing this fragrance on a rooftop, having brunch, I'm drinking champagne, and I'm eating fruits, and that is 100% the vibes. It's elegant, fruity, musky, and so beautiful. And if you typically don't love green notes and fragrances, I think this is a beautiful place to start because you do have those berries, you have the vanilla, fresh florals, and a gorgeous musk. So the top notes are black currant, red berries, and cassis. Mid notes are rose, lily of the valley, and ylang ylang, and base notes are musk and vanilla. And also, if you're not a big fan of heavy florals, I can't really pick out what florals are in this scent, to be honest. This one, to my nose, is much more fruity. And then Giorgio Armani Si Passion is a very pleasant, pretty, sweet, fruity floral fragrance. It's quite juicy in the opening. Those fruits in the opening are so mouth-watering. My mouth is literally salivating right now, and I think the main note I get, yes, I get the black currant like in the original, but I'm also picking up on this really yummy pineapple. I get some of that juicy pear as well, and there's hints of that grapefruit. For me though, this one is much more fruity than the original, so I feel like this one is good for a first date because this one has a really nice shampoo-y, fruity, feminine, elegant feel to it. It definitely reminds me of sparkly wine as well, with delicious fruits and subtle spice and woods and a really gorgeous, elegant, feminine rose. This one I love very much, and the thing about this one that I think also makes it great for first dates or just for every day is that this one is very light in its projection. This one is very soft, and for that reason I do like to overspray it. I'll say it does have good longevity. It's just a softer scent, which I think some people would like, especially for first dates when maybe you don't want to be too extra. Sometimes I just want something that's more crowd pleasing and more likable across the board. This one is not polarizing in my opinion in the slightest. Next we have Carolina Herrera's Good Girl Blush, and this one I reach for when I want something that's very girly, frilly, and pink smelling, very sweet and powdery and youthful. This one does have a candy sweetness, especially in the opening, with that really beautiful bergamot, the almond, and the peony. I love the way those notes come together, as well as that ylang ylang. So at first I get a bright citrus with almost like candied florals, and then the more that this dries down, it gets more powdery, and I would say even a little sexy, which I think makes this perfect for dates. I would wear this to brunch and even a first date for just dinner because I think, again, it's very feminine, very soft and sweet. Really beautiful fragrance. The top notes in this one are bergamot and bitter almond. Mid notes are peony and ylang ylang, and base notes are vanilla and coumarin. The opening of this scent is actually, again, my favorite part. It dries down to smell a little bit different, but this is still one of my favorite scents in my entire collection. And Cassiopeia by Tiziana Terenzi is a sweet, powdery, feminine fragrance as well, and another one that does a great job at smelling really sweet and delicious, but not juvenile. So this one, there's definitely a candy sweetness. I love the way that the passion fruit and the lemon come together with that beautiful note of tonka bean at the base with the musk, and you do get this delicate, fruity, powdery candy scent. There's some freshness coming from the florals and the green note, but more than anything, yeah, it's powdery, sweet, soft, and absolutely scrumptious, but in a way, again, that is more elegant and refined. Really love this one. Super easy to wear, great for any occasion. This one's really not wanting to focus. Ylang Gold from Amicalev. This is such a beautiful ylang coconut vanilla fragrance. It starts out with a beautiful blast of citruses. There's this gorgeous ylang which has a banana sweetness to it, and that blends so deliciously with the creamy vanilla at the base. The coconut in here makes it smell more milky. It's a little beachy in a really elegant, feminine, ethereal way. This one I go up to in my collection and just sniff it sometimes because wow, they've really done it with this one. And then the more that it dries down, you do get some of those woody notes, you get the sandalwood, and it does get more powdery. This is just magnificent. I would 100% wear this on my wedding day if I did have a beach wedding, and maybe even if I don't, I'll put a little splishy splash. The only thing with this one, which I always say, is that this one does have the gold shimmers, which one of you told me there is a version that doesn't, but it smells exactly the same. So if someone would care to further elaborate, please give me a link or something in the comments down below. Please. But this is one of my favorite scents in my collection of all time. This smells so groundbreaking to me. I love the fact that the vanilla in this scent is more gourmand than I was expecting. And a fragrance that smells really similar but much more affordable is All That Glitters from Juliana's perfume. That one is amazing. That one I find very soft, very ethereal, very light feminine. Alien Goddess from Mugler, I find this one more bold, sexy, and strong. This one has really beautiful notes too. You get that bergamot right away. It's very bright and refreshing with the coconut water, and you're also getting very quickly the jasmine with this really beautiful rich bourbon vanilla, and there's a lovely woody musky note of cashmere that makes this super smooth. I really enjoy this scent. Again, I find it very sexy, perfect for a good date night, but it's not too heavy, not too intense to where I wouldn't wear it for a first date, honestly. This one you will get noticed, they will smell you. This one, on the other hand, it's gonna be a little bit lighter, so chances are, unless they're really close to you, they might not pick up on your fragrance. But this one is louder in projection, and like I said before, powdery, very feminine, and perfect for the summer. And what I also love about these beachy fragrances, I do find this one more beachy, but I kind of do get the feeling of like the sun shining down on me when I do put them on. They definitely have a specific radiance and warmth to them. And then fragrance number 10 has to be Burberry Goddess. This is such a beautiful, sweet, warm lavender vanilla scent, and there's something about the way this fragrance has been done that I find so heartwarming, so familiar and comforting, and I think some of you do agree. This one really reminds me of someone that I love, someone that I trust, someone loyal to me, for example. No one in particular, but it just gives those vibes. It is grace, it is loyalty, it is green flags all the way. So I feel like wearing this one on a date, that is really what I want to exude. I want to exude green flags. I want to give wifey material, and I feel like this fragrance really does give that. I mean, guys, fragrance can only do so much, but I swear this one just makes me feel some type of way, and whenever I wear it, I get compliments, not just on dates, but in general. This is one of my most complimented scents in my entire collection, and if you really want to give a really beautiful scent bubble, do this one and then add Vanilla Skin from Fleur. Game changer, compliments galore. They just keep coming and coming and coming. And the last date that I wore this one on, someone immediately said to me, "Oh, that smells just like vanilla," and it is. So yeah, I could have included so many more once again, but I didn't want to get crazy, especially because I could see the sun was going down. So I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your days, and I will see you in the next one, besties. And don't forget to share with me your top 3 fragrances you love wearing on dates. Bye.